miss the biggest nights in MMA.
We are now set for the main event.
There's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my!
Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that! The drama keeps continuing, Jenny.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Whoa, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net.
And shoots. Score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on the Zone.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
The Zone is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
The world is ready. The fight starts now. How do you like it?
So aggressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this. Press conference live on DAZN.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Grand Egyptian Museum for the final press conference for Glory in Giza, an evening of world-class professional age to a new chapter in the history of the sport of boxing, with our main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the universally recognized heavyweight championship of the world. And it's all presented by the Bible of Boxing, The Ring, Sella, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, Gold Star Promotions, and Ready to Fight. And our great sponsors for this evening, White Bit, Scary Movie, Box Raw, and Just Eat. Big thanks to our very special partners in sponsorship. Now, this event is sold out, but everyone worldwide can see it live on DAZN, exclusively worldwide. That's on DAZN. Go to DAZN.com to purchase it, DAZN.com. So, ladies and gentlemen, the main event of the evening, Saturday night, 12 rounds of boxing for the heavyweight championship of the world. Let's meet challenger and champion. First, from Halsteren, Netherlands, the challenger, an international combat sports legend. From 2013 to just a few months ago when he vacated the title, he was undefeated in the ring. So, ladies and gentlemen, presenting at this time to the stage, the former undisputed kickboxing heavyweight world champion, the king of kickboxing, Rico Verhoeven. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, he captured Olympic gold in 2012. He comes to us from Kiev, Ukraine, and he's fighting for all the Ukrainians around the world. His professional record is a perfect one. 24 fights, 24 victories, 15 big wins by knockout. He's a two-division world champion, the former undisputed, undefeated cruiserweight world champion, the reigning, defending ring, World Boxing Council, World Boxing Association, universally recognized, undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to turn it over to our host. He is the new SJA award winner. The presenter is Mr. Jamie Ward.
Thank you, Michael Buffer, the greatest in the house, Mr. Michael Buffer. As always, thank you for the introduction and a very good evening, everybody. A good evening to everyone who has travelled over, made the trip here to Cairo, Egypt, to cover and report on a very historic night of boxing coming our way on Saturday night, and of course an extended welcome to all those who join us around the world. Good morning, good afternoon and good evening to you. And the reason I address you like that is because I have no doubts that on Saturday night the entire world of sports and combat sports in particular will have their eyes on Cairo in Egypt as two kings from their respective discipline, two kings from their respective craft meet in the boxing ring, two modern-day legends collide on ancient land in the shadow of the Great Pyramids of Giza here in Egypt. It is Oleksandtr Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven for the World Heavyweight Championship, and it's all live exclusively around the world, only on DAZN. Just before we hear from the fighters and the many familiar faces up here on the top table this evening, we now give a warm welcome to the man whose incredible vision has brought boxing fans some of the most historic fight nights in recent history, and indeed all history of this wonderful sport, including this Saturday's history-making event here in Egypt. Please give a warm welcome to His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, I thank everyone to come here in this special event, in this special conference for the first time in this special place, one of the most beautiful museums in the world. I thank the manager of the museum, Dr. Ahmed, and all who's working here in the museum to give us this opportunity to do this special conference for the special event we have today. First of all, I want to thank the Crown Prince, Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz, Hafidhullah. You need to know something important. We cannot do what we do in boxing as a Riyadh season, as a ring, as a Saudi Federation of Boxing without his vision and without his support and without his trust. I think you see what's the revolution of boxing happening in the last 3-4 years and how many undisputed fights have, how many big fights the fans dream about. These fighters became like a brother for me. I care about them. I feel what they suffered, and I try my best to do everything for them. For that, this event is special. This event is different. The idea became from one close friend. He's a famous actor, Jonathan Statham, and he said to me, and show me, when we are in Vegas in the big fight between Crawford and Canelo, a video, 2 minutes, show me this man, and he say he think he have a chance to be one of amazing fighters in boxing like what he do in his legacy in kickboxing. I like the idea. For that, also I want to thank this great legend to give us this opportunity and accept this challenge. This is important. For that, I think with my team to do this event in special place, because we are special sport. We are sport from more than 7,000 years, and we care about our sports. For that, we came to place that history beginning from more than 7,000 years. You are after tomorrow have event in place, thousands of years, and people go around it. Special place for the first time have like this kind of event in this kind of unique place. I don't want to talk about example about another people thinking about places that is iconic, but nothing like this ever will be happy. Before and after, without us and without Sila and without the Ring magazine and without DAZN. I thank and have a special thank to the President of Egypt, Mr. Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, God bless him, and his support to give us this opportunity and to give us all the support, logistic support, to do this event in this amazing place. President Abdel Fattah, thank you from my heart, and I hope on Saturday we deliver to Egypt one of the biggest events in history of boxing. What can I say to you? I want big fights on Saturday, but for 6 times I see this man beating all the champions of England. Maybe in this time we have a different chance to see something different, and maybe not. Let's see. I promise you, and I promise Rico now, winning or losing, that he will continue with us in special events in the future. It will be a pleasure for us to have him again with us, because he's a champion, he's a legend, and it is an honor to have him with us in the future card, winning or losing. Of course, the price will be different if you win, of course. And about this legend, I get bothered dreaming someone beat him all the times. For that, I will not think until I see Saturday what he have still in his inside. We are planning for something now to give to Usyk in the future. We are thinking, and I know he doesn't want to talk about the future, but we are planning, and I want to give you a small secret. We are planning to do something amazing in Istanbul. Heard us, the people in Istanbul and the government in Istanbul, to do something amazing near Hagia Sophia next year, inshallah. The last things I want to say, and because Egypt is very special for me, and I want the reporters and the journalists from Egypt to hear me right well and get very attention about what I'm saying now. We finished today something between us and Mr. Hisham Tal'at and Sila, special surprise for Egypt in next year, about some events, sports events next year. It will be one of the biggest events in sport of history of Egypt in the last 100 years, for sure. We will announce it soon, something incredible, and it will be something amazing. We are in the process now to take the permission and the God blessing from Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and the government here, and in the right time we will announce it. I hope you're enjoying, inshallah, what we are doing in Saturday. Imagine we are building everything from scratch, Sila and Al-Muttahida here in Egypt, building everything from scratch for this event. Good luck for the two legends, and I hope to see a great fight in Saturday, and thank you everyone.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We cannot wait for Saturday night. It promises to be so special.
I have a video for 2 minutes for the father of Eddie. It's an amazing video. I want Eddie to one time to hear it. I will send it to Eddie to give him motivation, you know, to take lesson from his father.
What do you think about that, Eddie Hearn? Eddie, do you need motivation from Barry for this?
I'm so happy he's finally been up here speaking. That was a great speech, and now we can get started. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Okay, let's hear, before we work our way down the respective tables, I think it's right to go straight to the fighters, both sides of the main event, the great Oleksandtr Usyk and the great Rico Verhoeven as well. Oleksandr, I want to come to you first. You've been in this sport for so many years, you've boxed in amazing arenas and stadiums all around the world. You've never boxed beside the Great Pyramids of Giza. I just wonder, for you, how does it feel and what does this mean to be a part of such a historic event like this on Saturday night?
Hi everyone. Today for me, great day, press conference, but first this is my religion celebrity who believe Jesus Christ, today the ascension of the Lord. Congratulations. I'm happy to be here. For me it's first time, you know, it's history time. I think today, you know, first face off, we're going in pyramid. You know, when we go in a close, I say, wow, this is amazing. First time, you know, sometimes my people, my team, another was here, but I'm not. It's a great, I thank you so much for Turkey Sheikh because it's his organization. Great. I'm happy. I'm happy every time, bro.
Great to hear, Oleksandr, great to hear. Rico, let's bring you in as well straight away. Oleksandr mentioned the first face-off there earlier in the week. It was special to watch, and you said it gave you goosebumps when you came face-to-face with Oleksandr at the Pyramids. For yourself as well, you've used that word thankful quite a lot in the build-up. What makes you proud and thankful, Rico, to be a part of such a special night like this?
No, 100%. So the beautiful country of Egypt already brings so much history with it, and then being so close to the pyramids that have been here for thousands of years, and now we're in 2026 and still Egypt is writing history, and me and Oleksandr are a small part of that history with us headlining this main event on this card. So that's why I say I feel so thankful. And thank you to His Excellency and the whole organization. Of course, thank you to Oleksandr Usyk for accepting this challenge. So, like I said, I feel blessed. I'm excited. I put everything I have into this. So I can't wait for Saturday night.
And you've said in the build-up as well, Rico, look, let's talk about the similarities with yourself and Usyk as great champions, rather than the differences. You're two gentlemen. It's been classy in the build-up, but what do you respect deep down about the man you're sharing the ring with as a character and a fighter?
No, 100%. I think just in general, if we look at the world, we are more looking at what makes you different from me, instead of what do we like have in, like together, what do we have in common? Like me and Usyk, we both are fathers. I like kickboxing. He likes boxing. Oh, but it's martial arts, so we both love that. So this man is an undisputed champion for years. He did it in the cruiserweights. Now he's done it in the heavyweights. So I respect every opponent. So either way, if whatever feeling you would have against an opponent, I know what it takes and what you have to go through to step into the ring. And now being among all these boxing legends here, Mr. Crawford, also a boxing legend, boxing icon, so it's for me like a true blessing to be here.
And Oleksandr, one to you, just in the middle of your selfie video there before we work down for the teams. The same question for yourself, Oleksandr. You know what it takes to reach the top, but not only that, to stay at the top for so many years, like Rico has done, as a challenge, as an athlete, a competitor. What do you respect about the man next to you on the stage here tonight?
Listen, I respect all my rivals because I know how it is. Because who training boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, you know, fights, it's amazing guys and the crazy guys. Yes, I respect all my rivals, but it's hard sport, bro. You training boxing?
I had one spar and that was it. So no.
Please, go try one training, one round. The real sparring.
I'll try.
Yes.
I'll try.
I respect all my rivals, bro.
Yeah. I need to look after my nose.
Don't worry.
I'll be out of a job.
Protect caps, no problem.
Thank you, Oleksandr.
Come my camp.
Can I, yeah?
Of course.
Okay, no problem. I'll take you up on that offer. Thank you, Oleksandr. Let's work our way down the table then. I can't quite see him down there, but I'm sure he looks wonderful. As always, Mr. Versace himself, Rick Reno. Rick, firstly to you, are you there? Can you lean forward? I can't see you down the end there. There you are, Rick. Brilliant. Great to see Rick Reno in the house. Rick, what a special night. We've had so many special nights, haven't we, with the Ring magazine. We've really been spoiled so far in so many magnificent venues all around the world. But where does this one rank? What makes this so special for you and for the Ring magazine?
You'd have to rank this one, you know, right up there at the top, at least for me. I mean, it's a fantasy matchup in a very iconic setting. When we first discussed the concept of this event and the concept of the fight, there were a lot of people who thought it wouldn't happen, that it was just a figment of our imagination, it wouldn't come off. And now we're only a few days away from the event taking place. And history books when you're a kid and you look at the Sphinx and the pyramids, but when you look at it up close, it's like you get blown away. It's like an unbelievable setting. And, you know, when you match up the undisputed king of heavyweight boxing against the king of heavyweight kickboxing, it makes for a special matchup. You know, Rico is an icon and a legend in his sport, and it takes a lot of guts to go into a fight in boxing against a guy like Usyk, who's at the top of his game, and has been just beating the very best of his weight class. You know, Rico feels confident that he could pull off one of the biggest upsets, and I think it would be the biggest upset in boxing history. Usyk has other plans. So this is an unbelievable event. I mean, just look at the turnout with all of the media. People are talking about it all over the world, and I look forward to it.
Thank you, Rick, as do we. Let's bring in another familiar face up here, promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, I said this at the launch press conference, a tricky question to ask you when Rico Verhoeven is sat in such distance, but based on your knowledge of boxing, based on the pedigree in the sport of boxing and boxing only, what are the big questions, but how do you believe this fight should look on Saturday night?
Well, firstly, thanks for this incredible turnout tonight. I mean, the media turnout here in Egypt is quite sensational, and that shows you the magnitude of this event. I think what Turki Al-Sheikh has done, and I know some people that praise him always get criticised of overpraising him, and we like to have our backwards and forwards, but the reality is Turki Al-Sheikh has been bringing a lot of high-profile, high-level sport to Saudi Arabia for a long time, but now he's bringing it to Egypt. And I think everybody here, particularly from the Egyptian media, needs to understand this is one of the biggest sporting moments this country has ever seen. You've got one of the most iconic seven wonders of the world, where on Saturday night, the World Heavyweight Championship, the Ring magazine, the wonderful WBC Championship, the WBA Championship, will be contested at the foot of the pyramids. And these guys, Turkey, Seller, all of those people have had the vision to make that happen. I think you used a good word, thankful. This is the first time I've seen it in my life, and I wouldn't be here without boxing. And boxing's given a lot of people so much. So thank you to everybody involved with that. On the fight on paper is an impossible mountain to climb for Rico Verhoeven. Or, no, I'll rephrase that, for the normal man. But the reason that he's accomplished what he's accomplished, and the reason that he's done what he's done, is because he's not a normal man. And I think Oleksandtr Usyk is one of the greatest, not just fighters of our generation, but the greatest examples to any young fighter, to any young athlete, in terms of the work ethic and the mindset. I mean, I've had the opportunity, and I thank Alex and his team for allowing AJ into that camp, because what I've seen up close is the reason that he's undefeated, the reason that he's still top of the game. And tomorrow night, this guy, this giant of a man whose arms are like the normal man's thighs, has an opportunity to, let's be honest, forge one of the greatest upsets in the history of boxing. It might not be to him, but it will be on paper on Saturday night if he was to do it. And he's not just coming into the boxing code with a fight. He's coming in not just to fight the best in a division. He's coming in to fight the pound-for-pound #1. But I'll tell you something. If there was ever anything dramatic, ever anything strange to happen, it's going to happen at the foot of the pyramids in Egypt. So it's a mountain to climb for this man. But I'll tell you what, he is a mountain. He's a man mountain. And he's full of heart, he's full of power, and I know how bad he wants it. And listen, may the best man win, because they're two icons, two legends of their respective sport. And what an undercard as well. I know we have the undercard press conference, but this whole event on DAZN will be one that people tune in around the world and just firstly visually say, what am I watching here? This is in the pyramids in Egypt, one of the greatest sporting events ever in this country. And we're delighted to be a part of it. Thank you to Frank Smith, all of our team, because, by the way, they'll be banging in nails at 5 p.m. to get this ready on Saturday night. It will be done, and it will be a spectacle and a sight to behold.
Great words, Eddie. Thank you very much. Let's hear from the respective teams then on either side. A round of applause for Eddie Hearn. That is rare. That doesn't happen in the UK. That must be an Egyptian thing. He'll milk that one. Firstly to Peter Fury, trainer of Rico Verhoeven. Pete, you've known Rico for a long time for the work he's done in the Fury camps over the years, but as a full package, as an athlete, as a man, what makes him so special in your opinion?
Well, we'll see Saturday night, but he is a special individual. He's an incredible athlete as well, and he's put such a camp in. This has been a 6-month training camp, so we want him to do as best as possible, obviously, and whatever the outcome is, it is. But there's one thing for sure: he's ready. He's going to put his best foot forward, and I think he's going to surprise a few people as well, onlookers, because this is an incredible athlete, and he's definitely very impressed me. And the lead up to this, in fight week, normally you see fighters where they get tense, a little bit excited, like, the tension's there. He's totally relaxed. He's super happy. He gives Usyk all the respect in the world, as I do myself, the incredible champion. And we're just looking forward to an incredible display, an incredible night. And believe me, I'll second what Eddie said. This is one amazing event. I'm 58 years of age, and I've never been here before, ever. So to see this, to go around the pyramids and have a look, it's got biblical history, amazing, an amazing event.
Thank you, Peter. And a quick word as well down the end here from long-term manager of Rico as well down here, Karim Erja. Karim, welcome. Great to have you back on the top table here this evening. Like I say, similar to Peter, you've worked with Rico for so many years behind the scenes. Have you seen, though, despite all of his experience in the world of kickboxing, something different, a different fire in the mind, in the belly of Rico Verhoeven coming in to this cauldron, what it's going to be on Saturday night, in his attempt to shock the world?
Actually, the opposite of what I would have expected. This guy is so relaxed. I look at the pictures taken the whole week, and I see all smiles. So, yeah, that's what surprised me the most, that he's so relaxed for such a huge fight in an epic location.
Well, let's work our way down the table then and hear from Team Usyk as well. Serhii Lapin down there as well over to our right. You've been a part, likewise, of Team Oleksandr Usyk's camp for so long. You've seen him reach the top. But I just wonder, still every day in training camp, what makes it still so enjoyable amongst the hard work for you all every day?
Hello everyone. Thank you Turkey Ali Sheikh. Thank you Dr. Rakan. Thank you Egypt. Amazing show. We hard work last 3 months, and I could know Alex more 25 years. This guy very strong, big computer. Now is what's name new computer? Quanta. This Quanta computer in boxing, and hard work in team, in Professor 1, we have 3, maybe 4 in Professor camp. And I know it's very strong camp in Rico team. I know it's Peter Fury is strong man, very smart man, you know. We see Saturday. It's very nice show, amazing show in Pyramid, and first show in World Boxing Show.
Thank you, Serhii. Thank you. And a quick word from Jacob Cherki as well, up there on the end, also a big part of the team. Jacob, Oleksandr is a great champion and a very humble man. What do you believe makes him such a wonderful inspiration to so many young fighters around the world?
First of all, thank you for having me here. As always, it's a big pleasure to be here. You know, at this stage of Oleksandr's career, as a team, we focus on the training process, yeah? Preparation in every area, physically, mentally, technically. We respect all opponents. We respect Rico and the future opponents of Oleksandr, but the priority for us is maintaining his performance as long as it's possible. And as Oleksandr always says, motivation coming first. And we believe him. We believe him, and we executed every single day, during the camp, out of the camp, because we know that this is the only one way we can see him now and in the future in the best performance. We went the great camp. Oleksandr trained with AJ for 100%. This new energy in the camp is very good for both of them. We are ready. I'm very excited before the Saturday night, and I can't wait.
Thank you, Jacob. Let's hear from both sides of the main event. Rico, let me come to you first. As a competitor who's achieved, as we keep saying, so much in the world of kickboxing, but as a human being, how curious are you? I use that word curious in the sense of what you can push your body to, really, what is in the realms for Rico to achieve. Is there an element of curiosity in your own mind ahead of that opening bell on Saturday night?
Of course, it wasn't only the opening bell that's coming, but it was also the whole mindset of thinking about a transition from a sport I've been doing since I was a kid. I was kickboxing since I was 6 years old, and now I was 36 when I started transitioning into boxing, so that was the end of last year. And of course I was boxing, but I was boxing to kickbox, and for Peter it was a lot of fun because he was training me to box to kickbox, but now he's training me to box. So he's having a lot of fun. He had a lot of fun, and especially for me, it was to be open-minded and to test myself. And like you said, the curiosity of, can I still do that at this age? And how can I emerge myself in the sport of boxing? And how can I transition into that? And is that even possible at this age? As you have so many things that are so common to throw kicks and etc. But I think we did quite a good job, and I'm gonna showcase that to the world on Saturday.
Oleksandr, Rico says the reason he beats you on Saturday night is because he brings something that you haven't seen before. Do you believe he can bring something that you possibly haven't seen before in a boxing ring? What are the big dangers?
Now it's only words. This is press conference and we speak a lot of, but my language will be in ring, you know. Maybe it's possible, maybe it's not. We'll see. It's God's will.
What's your answer to that, Rico? What do you believe you can bring that this man hasn't seen before?
Sorry?
What do you believe you can bring, and you do that Oleksandr Usyk hasn't seen before, like you've spoken about?
100%, because I'm bringing something what he hasn't seen before, because he only faced boxers, and that have been boxing their whole life, and I haven't. So it's just like a whole different approach. And like he said, it's God's will. So we'll see on Saturday. May the best man win.
And in terms of a prediction for Oleksandr, is it any means necessary for yourself or for boxing? Will you be disappointed if this fight goes 12 rounds? Many experts are picking you to win this fight when you choose. How do you believe you win this fight on Saturday?
I have no idea, you know, how many rounds this is fight. I'm not sad if 12 rounds, it's normal, but I don't know. When I have chance, I do it.
For you, Rico, I know you've seen this so many times in your mind, the fire and your motivation you spoke about all week. How do you believe you win this fight on Saturday? What's the best way for you to beat Oleksandr Usyk on Saturday?
For me, the first objective is to win. And how we're going to win, we'll see. If it's a knockout, it's a knockout. If it's a decision, it's a decision. So, and if it would come to a decision and I get the win, wow. Then I faced the best pound for pound fighter in the world for years and years, and I've beat him in 12 rounds. Then he tried everything and he couldn't beat me. So that would be like the ultimate.
Okay, well, one thing we can guarantee is this is going to be a very, very special main event on Saturday night. A crossover clash for the ages. I believe we are now going to bring the great Oleksandr Usyk and the great Rico Verhoeven together for a face-off at the front of the stage. Thank you, gentlemen.
There you go. I love what Oleksandr Usyk said, Alistair, to almost close the show there by saying, this is a press conference, you know, I'll do my talking on Saturday in the ring. Enough talking, let's fight.
I believe he sees it as an energy battle, and he doesn't want to give anything away of his strategy, of his game plan, but it's all about chipping away at that energy, and can't give any predictions on that because he doesn't have any tape on it.
There's something special, Malik, about both of them wearing white. I don't know why. It's almost growing on me, the fact that both of these guys, almost like they've been told to wear a uniform, but it works. It does work.
Colors, right?
Yeah,
yes.
And I would almost bet, Adi, this is not intentional.
No.
I really don't believe this is intentional at all, but I also believe when it comes to this white and the gold trim from Usyk, I believe it has something to do with the Bible. I believe it's a religious thing, and I believe like that has been a lot of his driven motivation, his belief in Jesus Christ. And not just that, when he came here, the first thing he did was go to church, and he's been saying it the whole time during this whole promo.
You know, there's something, I've been lucky enough to have sat down with Rico a few times now in the lead up to this fight. When he talks, he makes you believe him. He speaks with such assuredness, such authority, where obviously, look, he's a big underdog, but you believe that something crazy could happen because of the way he talks.
Well, there is mental power there, and let's not forget he has displayed that. 12 years glory champion, defeating opponents after another, facing adversity, overcoming adversity, and yeah, that kind of creates confidence, right? So he speaks with confidence. I think that's what's resonating.
And ultimately, Malik, he gets kicked in the face. I mean, this guy is used to knees and kicks. I mean, there's no fear factor of Rico. Rico's coming in there, as he says, an undefeated, long-reigning champion. He's coming in there to do some damage.
Yes, and one thing you just said, Adi, that make a lot of sense. He get kicked in the face a lot, right? And just being a kickboxer, so you'll say, well, he should be able to handle a punch. But the punches that come from Oleksandr Usyk are the punches you can't see. He hit you with the blindsided shot. So yeah, Rico may have seen a bunch of kicks, a bunch of whole different punches, but he's never seen nothing that's going to be coming from the direction of shots the way how Oleksandr Usyk throw punches.
This is very different for Rico, I'm guessing, Alistair. For his last 10 years, he walks into the ring in kickboxing as a favorite. He goes in there and we expect him to win. This will be the first time in a long time he's walking into a ring and nobody here expects him to win.
And that can be his beneficial factor. Yeah. That can work out for him.
Yeah, that might be good for him. That could be good.
Because, yeah, nobody's, you know, even just being able to take it to the later rounds, that would be yeah, a win for him.
Yeah, a spectacular turnout, by the way, here. I mean, hundreds, and I mean hundreds of media members here. This is something very, very different. We don't have boxing here that much, let alone big time heavyweight boxing like this. And it is a stellar undercard as well, which we are going to get to. There's going to be 3 parts of this press conference. We are going to hear from the prelim guys in about 10 minutes, and then obviously the likes of Hamza Shiraz, Frank Sanchez, Richard Torres are going to join us as well. Eddie Hearn talking to Oleksandr Usyk. I wish I knew what they were saying.
Yes, me too, but I'm sure whatever it is, Eddie is giving him the respect because of who he is, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And not just that, we all know Oleksandr Usyk's character is everything as well. He's a well-mannered man. He's never hopped out of character. He strictly wanted to become the best in the division, and he did that.
Alistair, I thought you were the king of the world around 2009 to 2012 when you were just dominating. You were Uberim. That was what you were back then. If someone knocked on your door back then and said, Alistair, we want you to fight, who was the champion back then? Vladimir Klitschko. Would you have done it?
Would be a step out of the box for me, but who knows? Nobody did.
No one did.
No one did at the time. And then, you know, I already was making the jump from MMA into kickboxing, became K1 Grand Prix champion, and then I kind of went back into MMA, into the UFC. So there was big opportunities there which I took at the time.
I think this is the first time everyone's seeing you on camera. Alistair Overeem, there you go, former Strikeforce champion, K1 Grand Prix champion as well, and the great Malik Scott, one of the greatest minds in the game, former world title challenger, now one of the best trainers in the business as well. The energy here is insane.
Fantastic.
It is, isn't it? It really is.
Yes.
Great energy. Well done to Jamie Ward. Talking to champions, by the way, come in. Look who's joined us, eh?
There he is.
Look who's joined us.
What's up, Jim?
What's up? The great Terence Crawford in the building. How are you, Terence?
What's going on? What's going on? What's up, Jim? Chilling.
Terence, this must excite you a lot. I'm not going to say you're coming back. I'm not going to ask that question.
Yeah.
But when you see things like this, when you see events all over the world, and you look at the numbers, Terence, they're here. People are flowing in. This must get the juices flowing a little bit now.
No, I'm just happy for the sport.
Yeah.
You know, to do something of this magnitude is just a great feeling to be a part of it and to be here to witness it.
It's a big ask for Rico. I mean, you respect Oleksandr Usyk a lot. You see how good Oleksandr Usyk is. It's been you and him fighting for that #1 pound for pound for, it feels like, the last 3 or 4 years. Can he shock the world? Could he do something?
I don't know. With his experience, I don't know. I never seen the guy fight, so I can't testify to, you know, what he's capable of doing. But I know Usyk, and I know what level he's on, and I think he's up for it. He's going to put on an amazing show come Saturday night, and I just wish them both the best, and, you know, hopefully both of them can leave the ring safely and sound.
Malik, I never normally, when a fighter goes, my phrase is get in, get rich, get out.
Yeah.
I need this man back for one more, Malik. Malik, I need him back for one more, Malik.
Right?
Just one more. He's at his rest now.
He really chances with the Canelo victory. He did so many beautiful things. He got guys like us like, no, come on, give some more of that. But, you know, he put his hard work in, and if anyone deserved to retire on all the work he put in, it's Bud Crawford.
Are you enjoying your retirement, Bud? You're traveling the world, enjoying it. I see the kids, a few kids with you as well.
And I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor, man. I've been boxing for 30 years, you know, and I always said I was gonna suffer while I was training,
right,
and then live better later on in life. And now I'm being able to live and train, and not have to worry about, you know, boxing, getting punched in the head, and who I'm gonna fight next. And it's just a great feeling.
That's obviously your thing. Go ahead.
Do you ever look at the fight of Canelo and the job that you did, just how great that performance was and how imposing you was on him? Do you ever look at that fight and say, it's so good, I have to do it again? Ooh. Like just specifically that fight. Do you ever look at your own performance, Bud, and say, no, I got to do this one more time? Because like even you looking at it.
Not really. You know, I didn't think it was that much great of a performance that I know I'm capable of. No, for real. Like I know what I'm capable of, and I'm telling you that I'm capable of doing better. But I got the job done. I'm satisfied. I'm happy. I'm happy with how my career went. I'm happy with, you know, the victory that I got, and, you know, I accomplished everything that I need to accomplish in the sport of boxing.
Yeah, no doubt. You guys must know each other. You must know about his work. I know, Alistair, you know about Bud's work.
We have not met, but what I believe is that after you've accomplished everything, it becomes about maintaining what you have and just being happy.
You said maintaining my what?
Maintaining what you have and just being happy.
Oh, of course.
Staying in health.
Of course, you know. And luckily for me is I boxed because I wanted to box. You know, the things that I set up prior to the Canelo fight, the Spence fight, led me not having to focus and depend on boxing, you know, so I'm blessed.
You are blessed. We're going to have a Canelo press conference here on the weekend. Canelo versus Christian Mbili. What do you make of that one?
I think it's going to be a great fight. You know, Mbili put on a lot of pressure. You know, Canelo, we're going to see what type of shape he's going to come in this fight. And, you know, Canelo is an all-time great, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he bounces back. And I'm excited to watch the fight.
Are you surprised he's still wanting to do more? Canelo, a bit like yourself, has achieved everything. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats. Are you surprised that he still wants to continue?
Of course. Knowing Canelo, he don't want to end his career on a loss like he did with me. So I can see Canelo wanting to come back and prove himself and be back champion and do the things that he wanted to do in the sport of boxing and leave on his own terms.
Before I let you go, Hamza Shiraz fights for your title against Alen Begic. What do you make of Hamza?
Hamza a good fighter. You know, he's a good boxer, tall, rangy, like to work the distance, and, you know, that's another good fight for Canelo as well.
But I really want to see you back, but it's okay. We go, we don't. It's good, it's good. Thank you very much. Bud Crawford in the house. All right, let's remind you of the fight card. I mean, look at this. In terms of spectacular venues, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? And it really is a good fight card. Now, this is the prelim side of things. Bassam Mamdou versus Jamal Tali. Sultan Al Muhammad takes on Dedi Impra. Mohammed Mubarak takes on Ali Sarankuma. Omar Hika. Omar Hika, by the way, his dad actually fought and beat Oleksandtr Usyk way back when in the amateurs. He takes on Mikhail Kalela. And this is it. This is the card that we've been waiting for. Daniel Lapin takes on Benjamin Mendes Tani. Mizuka Aruta, who is, I think, almost had a coming out party last year. 4 fights and was the ring recognized best female fighter on the planet. She takes on the Egyptian-born, now based in Australia, Mai Solomon. Frank Sanchez, the boogeyman, no one seems to want him. Richard Torres says, I will fight him. IBF final eliminator in the heavyweight division. Shakram Giyasov, unbeaten welterweight, fantastic amateur, takes on Jack Cantrell. Hamza Shiraz, you just heard Bud Crawford say how good he is. Chance for him to win a world title for the second time, but this time, and I think he's best weight, 168 pounds. He takes on Alen Begic, unbeaten versus unbeaten. And then we saw both of these guys just on the stage now. Oleksandr Usyk, the recognized best heavyweight on the planet, one of the best heavyweights of all time, takes on probably the greatest kickboxer of all time, Rico Verhoeven. What of all those fights, Malik, which one excites you the most? Removing the main event, which one excites you the most?
I have 2.
Okay.
I wish I only had
Being
one, but
greedy
I have
now.
2.
Okay,
yes,
go ahead, go ahead.
I have Richard Torres and Frank Sanchez. But then I also have Hamza. I'm so interested to see how Hamza performed for his first world title. Actually, I believe it was him at Adamas for what? This is his second time.
Second world title, but the first at 168.
Yes, and he's actually with Andy Lee this time for a round. So he's been looking good. He looked great against Belenga, but I want to see what he do with this opportunity here in Giza.
Before we do throw to Thomas Triber, in terms of Rico and the way he's going to be feeling right now, obviously this is it, tomorrow's weigh-in day. What's going through his head right now? Is it just a case of get to the hotel, chill out, block out the noise?
Go back to the hotel, get your rest tomorrow, another busy day, right? The weigh-ins. I think he's going to stick to his routines. He should be after he has 90+ fights, something. He has a strong routine. It's also a strong team that's going to keep him in the routine. So it's all about sticking to the game plan.
Alyson, it's been great to you. Don't go anywhere, by the way. It's been great to have you with us. Always great to have you with us as well, Malik. All right, here we go. This is now the prelim undercard. We are going to hear from a few fighters. Let's throw it down to your MC, Mr. Thomas Triber.
Ladies and gentlemen, the press conference continues for Glory in Giza. It's World Championship Boxing, Usyk versus Rico, this Saturday, May 23rd, live from the Pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Brought to you by Ring Magazine, Sella, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, Gold Star Promotions, and Ready to Fight, along with their great sponsors. White Bit, Scary Movie, Box Raw, and Just Eat. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, a few reminders, ladies and gentlemen. This historic event is now sold out, but you can watch it live, worldwide, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com. Let's now welcome our prelim fighters to face off. Competing Saturday in a 4-round middleweight contest, let's welcome from Tanzania, Michael Kalia. And from Egypt, Omar Heikel.
You know, when you see a guy like Michael Kalia have a record of 3-4-2, you probably think he's not going to bring much to the ring on Saturday. I've done quite a lot of fights in Tanzania. They have built different, Malik. These guys in Tanzania, they come to fight, they're strong, they're rugged, and he'll look at this as well as a really big opportunity to come and do something on a big stage.
Yes, absolutely it is. And you have to realize something too. When these guys get these opportunities on this type of stage, I believe it brings out a different effort in you, Adi. You know what I mean? It's almost not, this is not like a local show. And then even if it is just the stage that is on, Usyk is the main event. Turkey Al-Sheikh is behind this, so you can expect these guys to give a day off.
Well, I believe we are going to hear from Omar Heikel again. He's claim to glory at the moment, his claim to fame is that his dad did beat Oleksandr Usyk in the amateurs. He's now wanting to carve out his own career. Let's hear from him on stage with Mike Coppinger.
Hey Omar, all right, so obviously your father, amateur boxing legends, defeated Oleksandr Usyk twice, defeated Triple G. What does it mean to fight at the pyramids, especially as the son of a fighting legend?
بقول لك أبوك إذا يعني أسطورة في مصر في الهواة هزم تريبل جي وهزم ألكسندر أوسيك. ايه يعني لك ان انت حتلعب اول فايت ليك احترافي في جمهورية مصر العربية وقدام الاهرامات في مكان تاريخي زي ده؟
والله اكيد حاجة زي دي مدياني ثقة كبيرة طبعا وحاجة اتشرف بيها وحاجة مخلياني واثق في نفسي وباذن الله حلمي ان انا اعدي اللي والدي عامله وابقى اقوى من ابطال العالم دول كلهم.
And then of course, what are you hoping to prove in this big opportunity?
اللي انت بتحاول تثبته بالفرصة الكبيرة دي؟
والله احاول اثبت ان المصريين فيهم مواهب كتير وباذن الله نثبت ده يوم السبت قدام الناس كلها.
Do you want me to translate what he's saying? So he said, first of all, he would love to proceed to exceed what his dad has accomplished for Egypt. It's a historical moment, a very big chance, and on Saturday he will prove to the world that Egypt has a lot of talent, and he's going to be the first to accomplish that.
Well, thank you so much, Omar, and best of luck tomorrow night, or sorry, Saturday night, and back to you, Thomas.
Competing Saturday in a scheduled 4-round super lightweight contest. His opponent not here at this time, but let's welcome from Egypt, Mahmoud Mubarak.
Mahmoud Mubarak, pro debut. Pro debut for him. He's going to be shadow boxing by himself because the opponent's not here yet, but will be here on Saturday. Pro debut on this card, Malik. I mean, everyone else pro debuts in front of a man and a dog. He pro debuts in front of thousands live on DAZN. What an opportunity.
Absolutely, and I believe he's facing an opponent that has 2 wins, 3 losses, something like that. And that says a lot that he's not just going against a guy that has no fights like him. In a pro debut way, it's kind of stepping up already, if you know what I'm trying to say, Adi. Like he's going in with guys that's already been in the ring, and that goes to show he's trying to get experience right off the rip in his professional debut.
Yeah, let's hear from Mahmoud Mubarak. He's with Mike Coppinger.
All right, here with Mahmoud Mubarak. Mahmoud, this is going to be an incredible opportunity, obviously, fighting at the pyramids. How excited are you for this?
هي فرصة كبيرة جدا لأي ملاكم إنه يخوض نزال عند الأهرامات. تعني لك إيه الفرصة دي؟
طبعا
طبعا بشعر بالفخر طبعا ان انا اكون جزء من الحدث الكبير دوت، وان شاء الله دي تبقى البدايه، وانا سعيد جدا ان البدايه تبقى في الحدث كبير زي ده.
He's very proud and very happy to have this first debut fight by the Pyramids, and he's very proud that this event is taking place in Egypt, and he can't wait for the fight night.
And of course, you're going to be fighting on the undercard of a heavyweight championship fight of a boxing legends. When you think about Saturday night, what are you envisioning?
انت هتلعب على كارد في ابطال اساطير في الملاكمه. بالنسبه ليك يوم السبت هيكون يعني انت بتتخيل يوم السبت هيكون ازاي؟
طبعا يوم السبت هثبت للعالم كله ان المواهب بس مش ان المواهب العربيه. طبعا اشكر معالي المستشار تركي آل الشيخ لاكتشافه للمواهب العربيه ومساندتنا وان هو يدينا فرصه في المشاركه. شكرا معالي المستشار، وباذن الله هتبقى بدايه كتابه تاريخ جديد. Thank you Turkey.
He thanks His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh for discovering the talent in the Arab world and for encouraging them and giving them the platform to fight on. And he wants to represent the entire Arab world and not only Egypt.
All right, well, thank you so much and best of luck. And back to you, Thomas.
Our next two fighters to face off, competing Saturday in a scheduled 4-round featherweight contest. From Indonesia, Dedi Imprah. And from Saudi Arabia, Sultan Al Mohammed.
Sultan Al Mohammed from Saudi Arabia, 3-0, 2 knockouts. And I mean, I guess, Malik, this is kind of what Turkey's been looking for, right? It's a case of, yes, putting all these big events on in Saudi, but let's grow Saudi boxing. And this is the start of it, seeing kids coming through, getting opportunities. He gets another one on Saturday.
Yes, and the good thing with Sultan, this stage right here, he may not have been on before, but he was on Fury Makhdoudov undercard, Benavidez Jardy undercard, and like I said, he may not be used to this stage here in Egypt, but he's been on some high-level undercards that he's done. That he was on the undercards. So, like we can see it in his attitude and his energy, he's ready to put on another performance and stay undefeated.
Yeah, let's see what he can do against the man, Dedi Imprah from Indonesia, who's going to come, he's going to fight, he's going to give it a go, but ultimately, he's been chosen to give him rounds as opposed to chosen him to win. So let's see what he can do.
Yes.
All right, let's hear from Sultan Al Mohammed. He is on stage with Mike Coppinger.
All right, we are here with Sultan Al Mohammed, and Sultan is of course, His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh's dream to crown Saudi Arabia's first boxing champion. How do you take another step toward that on Saturday night?
You know, thanks for His Excellency to put me in this card, and thanks for him to believe in me, and thanks for Real Season to make this really a big fight, and thanks for His Excellency, that's it.
And of course, you train with the legendary Abel Sanchez, and Abel told me that you love to scrap and you can't wait to get in there. What do you love so much about fighting?
You know, I love fighting, I love boxing, that's why. And you know, wait for the fight, I will knock him out, easy.
All right, well, we look forward to the knockout, and thank you again, and best of luck on Saturday.
Thanks so much.
All right, back to you, Thomas.
Yeah, good luck to all our prelim fighters on Saturday. So much big-time boxing coming your way on DAZN. Make sure you stay locked in.
All good? How you doing?
On DAZN, the fights never stop. With the biggest nights in boxing all year long.
It has never been bigger for any fighter in the history of this country.
Let's get ready to rumble! Every week, it's on. So take your seat and join us ringside.
Incredible!